Hey friends! Today is very excited as I am doing this makeup tutorial with NIKKIETUTORIALS and Too Faced collabo palette. I followed NIKKIETUTORIALS forever. I remembered the first video she did, she was like in her bedroom, was brunette maybe, I don't even remember, and just grew so much as a person, as an artist, and she really inspired me to go into makeup and to be more confident in applying it and more confident in the different looks, the different things that she does. She is just so talented and she works hard, and I know talent is nothing without the discipline, without the hard work. I really truly believe she has a knack for this and she was meant to do this. And I look to her tutorials a ton to learn techniques, especially her eyeshadow. It is bomb. She applies eyeshadow so well, it's scary. Like I still don't understand how like her application is so precise. And yes, she does take a long time to blend and she edits it out, but even like I don't care how long it takes for you to blend, whatever it takes for that end result to be beyond flawless. So if you picked up this palette and want to share your feedback, or you don't have it or thinking about it, I just did this look with it today. It's not like super daring. It was kind of like on the whim look to see what I will come up with, but I'm looking to use it again and be more bold and more adventurous with this palette and the colors in it. You got your neutrals, you got your two blushes. The Chocolate Soleil, I think, is a great contour shade for lighter complexions. It really doesn't show up on my skin. The Champagne Truffle is a beautiful highlight. I love this color. It comes in the chocolate bar palette, and it looks cool in the pan, but it goes on very, I think, neutral on the skin, so you're good. The blushes are a little shimmery. For me, I rather them be more pigment in color than shimmery in application. I love the shadows. You have your two neutral shades, or rather your three neutral matte shades. You have your fun colors, the turquoise and the purple, and then you have your glitter colors. Today we applied Irresistible Makeup and Chill Painkiller in the crease and Wham Bam on the lower lash line, using the sketch liner that came with the kit for our wing and other stuff for the complexion. So stay tuned. If you want to see how I achieve this look, then please keep on watching. Starting off with my current favorite, Becca Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I totally caved and I got a darker version of the Hourglass Vanish foundation stick. I'm still going to put on Honey on the center of my face. Now applying the Golden Amber shade, which is a little warmer, a little more tan looking, on the outer perimeters of my face. And I put the, a little too much dab I put on there. I was just a little too rough with that foundation stick. Very excited to use the new Elite 2 brushes from Morphe. This is their E31. It's a buffer brush. Oh, so soft. I did my eyebrows beforehand and I forgot, and I'm like massacring them with my buffing. Hopefully they survive that. Just probably have to brush them a little bit. For highlighting, concealing, Urban Decay's Naked Skin Concealer in medium neutral. Contouring with Hourglass's Vanish stick in Chestnut. Another new Elite 2 brush from Morphe. This is the E7 and it's an angled kabuki. New words. And I love how the shape of the brush hugs this part of my face, which I find makes it very easy to blend the contour with. And I just found some foundation that needed blending. Great, you know, multitasking. I went a little too heavy with the stick because if you press too harshly, it will kind of leave bits of the foundation on your skin. So hopefully the concealer will help buff those mistakes out. buffing out some of the contour and going in to blend the highlight. And hopefully some of that forehead came back. Too much contour. I go back with the original E1, E31, just to blend all the contour and highlight shades together. To set the concealer, I'm using a Luxie 522, I believe, with a Chanel translucent powder. I usually use a damp beauty blender. I'm being very lazy right now. Under the eye, forehead, down the bridge of the nose, and chin. To bake under the contour, sharpening up that line, I take the Chanel puff with the same powder and cut that. Ugh. Yes. I get if this seems like a lot of makeup. It is, and this is just for that super high glam effect. You can take it down so many notches and it will still be fine. But for those that want to learn these techniques, there they are. Setting the rest of my face, I'm using the Naked Skin Loose Powder from Urban Decay and the new, again, Elite 2 E3. I have the E3 from their Elite 1. It's similar shape. It's a tapered shape. A lot softer. So I'm taking that powder and setting all areas that have not been set with the Chanel Loose Powder. And dusting off the bake. I don't leave it there for long. I find that the time that it was there for is enough for what I want to achieve. You can certainly leave it on there for longer and it will give that brightening highlight effect. Very excited to be using this palette. I love NIKKIETutorials. I've been following her forever and so happy with her collab, her and Too Faced, in creating this palette. I just wish Too Faced or someone will make leggings with this pattern. I mean, that would be super. Comes in a box. This is the palette, actual palette, with the shadows, blushes, bronzer, and highlight. And in the box also comes this little cute package which houses the mascara, the sketch pencil, the glitter release, so the Shade Insurance primer, the sketch pencil, liquid liner, the special purple mascara, and the glitterly pot of glitter. So I'm not sure, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna see what happens. Shadow Insurance, and taking that just to my whole eye area. Pat down that Shadow Insurance, and I'm taking my Chanel Loose Powder with my same Luxie brush just to set that primer. With the Morphe E27, I'm going in first with Painkiller, just to the crease. And I'm all about the transition shades and getting in there with them because it just ensures all shadows that apply after go on smoothly and blend well. Once we got that in, I will now use a smaller brush. This is the Morphe E17 with the Makeup and Chill shade. Just to the outer corner, I start to pat that color in, and then I start to blend in with the Painkiller shade. And see how when applying a lighter crease color first, also applying Makeup and Chill to the inner corner, helps blend out any shadows so they don't come out splotchy, for me anyway. Nikkie is so good with the crease. I'm just still baffled as to how accurate her eyeshadow application is. Like, I can't stand it. Every time I apply shadows, I'm like, do it like Nikkie. Do it like Nikkie. And then I'm like, ooh, that didn't come out like Nikkie's. That came out like Alicia messed up. But we try our best. We try our best, and practice makes perfect. I'm sure she didn't start applying shadows like a pro, but I feel like she did. And she went to makeup school. I'm sure that helped. But I feel like she always had a knack for it, even before she attended makeup school. All her work before makeup school was still incredible, like no joke. Using the bigger crease brush to blend Painkiller, Makeup and Chill. And I start to take it out a little bit so it creates that outer V definition on my eyelid. Now with a Smith 256 in the color Irresistible, I'm gonna take a ton of that. It's very glittery. I'm sure there will be fallout, but that just goes with the formula. I expect that. Using Max Fix Plus to intensify the application, and I gently start to pat it on my lid, the center of it. Ooh-wee! Yes. Hey, gold. This is such a beautiful shade of gold. It is like liquid gold on my lid right now. Not even mad about it. Anytime you deal with glittery, sparkly eyeshadow formulas, very important to just pat and not wipe, because you will experience fallout. And if you're worried about the fallout, then apply your eye look first and then wipe away fallout and go in with your foundation after. I'm keeping it mainly on the center of my lid, and I go back with my little Morphe E17 brush with Makeup and Chill, and I just redefine the outer corner as well as the inner. Then I slowly start to take it into the crease to again build up color there. Now for the fun part. Using their sketch marker that came with the kit, I'm going to do a wing, and I'm going to do this on camera. I'm using a little poof to press on my face to help steady my arm, my hand. And I just realized there's a lot of glitter on my face. And we're just gonna brush that away. I start with the corner and I draw the base of the wing first. Yeah. Then I go in on my lid to draw the base line across. Now I go from the outer tip of that base wing line and bring that shape in. So I connect the points and then I fill it in. And I had to go fix this one because I drew a really bad baseline. It was just awful. I took a Q-tip and had to start over again. It was becoming a disaster. Sorry I had to bail, but it just had to happen. The top is done. I'm going to finish the complexion. To deepen the contour a bit, going with La Balm's Bahama Mama with the Luxie 512. Just at the top of the cheekbones and then carefully brushing up. I don't know how the Chocolate Soleil is going to look on me, so I'm taking the Elite 2 E3 from Morphe. I'm just gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna place it on top of the Bahama Mama. I guess it kind of shows. I might have to use another bronzer. I think it's too light for me right now, and it's also a little too gray on me. I feel it's a perfect contour shade for someone fair. I'm going with the Heavy Artillery Morphe's M5127 with Hourglasses bronzer and using that because I feel like I need a little more punch. This is an interesting brush. It is the E56. It's supposed to be blush, but I don't know how it will apply. So I'm going to use I Will Always Love You. It's the corally shade. And maybe I punch it in. Is that how I do it? It's a little too shimmery for what I like my blush, how I like my blush to apply. I'm gonna stick with it though, because right now I don't have anything else near me. So that is totally fine. And using Champagne Truffle with a Zoeva 129 Luxie fan. The Champagne Truffle, it's pinky in tone, is still very beautiful. So I think even though it looks cool in the pan, it will go on beautifully still. It doesn't look gray on me. It looks really nice. So I am a fan of Champagne Truffle. Nose, tops of eyebrows, Cupid's bow. Now we're going to tackle the lower lash line, and with that I'm going to use one of her Cray colors. I think I'm going to go with Wham Bam, but first lining with Makeup Forever's Aqua XL pencil. This is in the color 190, and I'm going to take that to the rim and lower lash line. Using a Morphe E3 tiny pencil brush with Wham Bam, I'm going to go over that Makeup Forever liner and start to smoke it out into the Makeup and Chill shade. Today we're applying Blinking Beauty's Samantha lashes. See, they're so ultra glam, like real heavy. I'm using the Too Faced purple mascara that came in with the NIKKIETutorials kit, and I'm using that mascara to apply on my lower lashes. The most important thing with applying falsies is letting the glue get tacky. And I guess it was okay my wings came out super ninja because these lashes are ninja, so I got a clan going on my eyelids. And drop it. These are not quite curved to my lash line yet. And the toughest part is not getting them on my lashes because I curl them first and they get caught, but it's okay. I think we're good. And in true Too Faced fashion, using their Melted Matte liquid lipsticks in Cool Girl and Child Star. Applying Child Star first on the center of my lips, and then Cool Girl on the outer corners. It came out a little too nude for me, so sorry Too Faced. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm going in with Smashbox's Always On. It's a little warmer. I just want to kind of change the tone of my lip a little bit. Spritz with Max Fix Plus. And that's the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching and for joining me on this tutorial. I really wanted to use Nikkie's new palette. I was very excited to receive it in the mail. Any suggestions or any feedback about the palette, we'll talk about it down below. I am looking to try more looks with this, so stay tuned for those. And again, yeah, any suggestions, any palettes that I don't have, that I haven't spoke of, that you have, that you are crazy about, or maybe I should try, give me a note down below. And until next time, makeup junkies, stay good and I'll see you on the next one.